Namaste everyone, I am Pradeep Kumar, your yoga friend and well-wisher. Today I am going to teach you very special things. Many of my friends send me some questions during their yoga practice. They're getting lots of problems. They want to improve their yoga practice, but they are confused. They want to know the real principles and the practice of yoga according to the yoga text. So today in this video I want to make you more clear. So the very important text in yoga we call Bhagavad Gita. So in Bhagavad Gita there is a very nice sloka in chapter number 6, sloka number 17. Yuktahara viharasya yuktachestasya karmasu yuktasopnavabodhasya yogo bhavati dukkhaha. Yoga can make us free from all our material pains and suffering if we moderate, if we manage our four things: our eating habits, our sleeping habits, our recreation habits, and our working or lifestyle. So very important, if we see the yoga principles, we focus on proper diet. If we eat good, our mind will be good. In our body, the most of energy we get from the food. So proper diet is very important. According to yoga, there are three types of food. One is called tamasika food, or the mode of ignorance. If we eat some food, you feel lazy, lethargy, you feel very weak, or you're not happy to do any action. There is second types of food is called mode of passion or rajasika food. So this food, if we eat, we feel more passionate. We get lots of desire. We feel anger. The lots of passion push to our mind. There is another which is very important and recommended in yoga. The food is called sattvic food or mode of goodness food. So if we eat the food which is in mode of goodness, will make our mind calm and it will help to practice our yoga very nicely. So mode of goodness food is recommended. It includes the fresh vegetables, the grains, pulses, all the milk products, but not the non-veg food. In yoga we follow non-violence. We don't want to harm any animals, any other living beings. So let us focus the first principles of yoga, proper diet. And one more thing, when you are hungry, then you eat. Make a good habit. The breakfast, the lunch and the dinner. Make the time fixed. Eat in a proper interval, not eat many times or not overeating. Eat as per your hunger. Not eat extra and make your body, your mind more lethargy. The second principle is proper relaxation. Many of us, we want to do hard work, but yoga talkings, we should do tapasya, sacrifice, but sometimes we should take care our body, our mind. So we should do proper relaxation by enough sleeping. We should sleep early we should wake up early. So minimum 6 to 8 hours every day we should take rest, go to sleep. Very important, if we sleep nearly 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. and wake up before the sunrise like 4 a.m. or maximum 5 to 6 a.m. Not wake up very late, not go to the bed very late. So take a good rest, be fresh and improve your yoga journey. The third principle is your thought process. We should think properly, we should think positive. Yoga starts with our interest, our belief and our love for the yoga traditions. Many of people practice yoga but they not love to the yoga traditions. People thinking to believe God, it means I become religious. But yoga is above the religion. Yoga teaches to surrender to the Almighty or the universal energy who is the founder, who is the creator of this universe. Maybe the name different according to the religion. Many people talk God is different name. But in yoga we focus the energy or the Ishvara who is the supreme or we call the super soul. It may be individual, may be personal or may be universal. But we should accept, we should believe that we are under the control of the universal energy. So our thoughts should be positive. We should love everybody, we should serve everybody, we should give something, whatever we have, we should share and stay together. By serving attitude, we can purify our heart. Then we can practice meditation very nicely, which will help us to improve our yoga life. Many people practice meditation, but they're not thinking to clean their heart, clean their mind. So our thought process is very important principles in yoga. Positive thoughts make your meditation more good, make your life more happy. And the last one is the proper behavior or your action. Many people may be thinking positive, but the action, when they do their action, when they behave, that become change. So what we think, we should do that. Our behavior, our action also be positive. So the proper diet help our yoga life. Second is the proper rest or relaxation. This also help our yoga practice. The third one, the proper thoughts, positive thoughts will help our yoga life to make our human life happy and stress-free. And the last one, proper behavior or the proper action. When we contact with others, we should behave positively. Our attitude should be positive and loving. So these four principles help our yoga journey. It encourages to get more and more benefits from the yoga. Yoga is an art of living. It's not only the physical practice. Before practice your physical asana, we should keep these 4 points, these 4 principles in our mind and apply in our daily life to increase your internal energy. So I hope this 4 point help you. If you like this, please subscribe my channel, share with your friends. In future, I will come with many other topics, share with you some more yoga information. If you like, also you can give some your comments. If you have some suggestion, some feedback, please feel free to send in the comment box. I will be happy and I will give you more information in future. With this thinking, with good wishes, I will say goodbye and see you again. Thank you very much. Namaste.